Today we will start the new chapter named The Story of the Monk Kakkupala. While residing at the Jitavana monastery in Savatthi, the Buddha spoke this verse with reference to the Kakkupala, a blind monk. On one occasion, monk Kakkupala came to pay homage, that is, respect to the Buddha at the Jitavana monastery. One night, while walking up and down in meditation, the monk accidentally stepped on some insects. In the morning, some monk visiting the monk found the dead insect. They thought ill of the monk and reported the matter to the Buddha. The Buddha asked them whether they had seen the monk killing the insect. When they answered in the negative, the Buddha said, just as you had not seen him killing, so also he had not seen those living insects. Besides, as the monk had already attained arhatship, he could have no intention of killing, so he was innocent. On being asked why Kakkupala was blind, although he was an arhat, the Buddha told the following story. Kakkupala was a physician in one of his past existences. Here, this past existence doesn't mean there was another past life of his. It means the past time that he has lived. This they are talking about. So we can say once he had intentionally made a woman patient blind. That woman had promised to become his slave, or together with her children, if her eyes were completely cured. Fearing that she and her children would have to become slaves, she lied to the physician. She told him that her eyes were getting worse, when in fact they were perfectly cured. The physician knew she was lying on him, so in revenge he gave her another soft medicine which made her totally blind. As a result of this evil deed, the physician lost his eyesight many times in his late future existences. Similarly, here this future existences doesn't mean that there was another life of his. It means that there is one life, and in that life there is past, present, and future, and they are talking about the future life. All that we experience begins with thought. Our words and actions spring from thought. If we speak or act with evil thoughts, unpleasant circumstances and experiences result. Wherever we go, we create bad circumstances because we carry bad thoughts. We cannot shake off this suffering as long as we are tied to our evil thoughts. This is very much like the wheel of a cart following the foot of the ox, yoked to the cart. The cart wheel, along with the heavy load of the cart, keeps following the pulling oxen. The animal is bound to this heavy load and cannot leave it. The first two verses in the Dhammapad reveal an important concept in Buddhism. When most religions hold it as an important part of their principle that the world was created by a supernatural being called God, Buddhism teaches that all that we experience, the world as well as the self, is created by thought or the cognitive process of sense, perception, and conception. This also proves that writers on Buddhism are mistaken in stating that the Buddha was silent concerning the beginning of the world. That in the Rohitasa Sutta of the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha states clearly that the world, the beginning of the world, and the end of the world, and the way leading to the end of the world are all in this fathom long body itself, with its perceptions and conceptions. The word mind or mano is commonly translated as mind, but the Buddha takes a phenomenalistic standpoint in the mind matter controversy that had confused philosophers throughout history. In the duality, the mind and the body is rejected by the Buddha. The Buddha explained in this Sabha Sutta of the Samyutta Nikaya that all that we can talk about is sense experience, including thought or conception, as the sixth sense. The terms nama and rupa, commonly translated as mind and body, are two entities that coexist in relation to each other. They are only two ways of looking at the single activity called experience. Nama, naming, is experience, seen subjectively as a mental process of identifying an object. Rupa, experience, appearance, is experience, seen objectively as an entity that is perceived and conceived through the mental process of identification. Mano refers to thought or the mental process of conceptualization, which integrates and makes meaning out of different percepts brought in through different senses. This meaningful total experience is the Dhamma, viewed subjectively as identification of an entity and objectively as the entity identified. Dhamma, which is this meaningful totality of experience, is normally seen as pleasant or unpleasant circumstances. So, in summary, if we have good thoughts, good speech, and good work, then we would face good circumstances. We would experience good circumstances, and our mind will be good. And on the other hand, if we would have if we have evil thoughts then and evil speech and evil work, then we will face bad circumstances. We will experience bad circumstances, and our mind will be bad. So have good thoughts, good speech, and good work so that you can have good circumstances, you can face it, and you can experience it at good circumstance so that your mind will be good. Namo Buddhaya.